So the draft for the 2024 PCSL rulebook is done. This is the 24 update, and it contains significant organizational changes with multiple section additions, and it's evolved beyond just a major match rule set. It's now a unified rule set for all PCSL match types. So there's not a general rulebook plus a multi-gun rulebook. It's one rule book. Right now it's about 50 pages, not too big of a rule book for all the formats in one. This is a draft for community review. It'll have errors, wording mistakes, maybe contradictory statements that we didn't catch. So if you guys are inclined, I know reading rule books is really not for everyone, and that's why I'm going to do a video series going over the changes and the sections and the thought process behind why we decided to go one way or the other with each rule. Hopefully the videos that supplement, your reading of the rule book in general will give you a better understanding of where we're coming from, especially if things aren't defined as clearly or if the wording could be better. We can work together as a community and make things more clear and legible. If you want to submit some corrections or feedback, please be specific in what should be changed or corrected. Try to keep the feedback focused on the idea, the general substance and effect of each rule, rather than grammatical things. We'll do a proofing pass later that will cover for grammatical errors and editing for conciseness and that kind of thing. But the big ideas we want to lock in so that clubs can just start running this without having extra questions that need to be answered. If you have any feedback, email it to info@pcsleague.com. Put a subject that relates to the rulebook. 2024 rulebook is a great subject. And as those emails come in, I've already gotten a few of them. I may do some video reviewing the suggestions and answering questions on either why we went in a direction versus another, or implementing the changes because they were good changes, which we've had some already. Also in here, there's a key. So if it's highlighted in yellow, that's a new addition. Strike through was in the old version of the rulebook from 2023, and that's removed now. The pink highlighted sections still need to be written or revised. Italic blue is just a clarification or notes. There's not too much for that in here. So we look at the new table of contents. We basically have 13 sections plus the glossary, which is just definitions and acronyms. Range commands and coaching, they're now in their own section, so they're not under stage procedures. Makes it a little easier to find specifics as you're looking through here. Match types and divisions have been added into this rulebook, so they're all in one document for all types of matches. There's no pistol rulebook and 3-gun rulebook. It's all under one. The divisions feed off each other, so they're not just repeated over and over again. So let's say the pistol divisions are defined, and then we go down to the 2-gun divisions. Competition division just refers that you can use any carbine as allowed in specific rifle division for competition, and any handgun as defined in the pistol division for competition. And then practical is the same thing. So you just go refer to those. It makes it pretty obvious. Then we got 3-gun divisions there, and then the shotgun divisions just mirror the shotgun portion of the 3-gun rules. The stage construction section hasn't been written yet, but this is where things are going to go that say like what's illegal on a stage or not. We're really not trying to ban, the practice of doing anything, as long as something's fair and equitable and doesn't entice a dangerous situation happening, like steel targets available at angles that you shouldn't engage them from, or blatant 180 traps, that kind of thing. It'll be pretty short and non-restrictive. First strike warning system. This is a tool that I've wanted as a range master or an RO, and I think there should be a lot of discussion about this. It's basically a second chance warning system for infractions that are not, safety related. Obviously, those would just be a standard match DQ, but it offers ROs and range masters another tool in order to be less punishing to competitors who may have committed an infraction that would be a match DQ normally, but really they're not a dangerous competitor. They intend to do well. They may have made a mistake, and it also covers situations of potential cheating, where if the competitor shows a repeated behavior, like someone's always looking to run back into the RO in order to get a reshoot if their stage doesn't go well, it offers a way to curtail that without forcing the very tough decision to immediately DQ someone for cheating or unsportsmanlike conduct, which can be tough to prove in certain situations, and the choice of just letting them continue the match with no consequences. I think it's something that could be very useful and very helpful. There are many situations that I know I would have liked to have had it in the rule book as a range master. So I'm really curious to see what the community thinks about that section. That's section 11, first strike warning system. So if you guys want to look at this document, go to pcsleague.us. .us is the new official website now. I tried to make the .com redirect there. I don't think it's functioning all the time. But if you go to pcsleague.com and it doesn't work, US is the link that you need to type in, and it should be the first button on the home page. Otherwise, you can go to linktree.com/PCSL or linktr.ee/PCSL. Super easy to type in, and the document is right there for you to go to. Also, for feedback, info@pcsleague.com, and look for a ton more videos coming on the specifics of each section and each of the changes that we've made.